Alright, good day everyone from anywhere you're watching. In this video, we're going to do a teaching on simultaneous equation. Simultaneous or simultaneous, as you may call it. Alright, it's just very good we get it clear, the pronunciation. Simultaneous is American pronunciation, and then simultaneous is the British pronunciation. So either way, I'm still saying the same thing. Alright, first of all, let's consider a simple linear equation. Let's say we have 2 plus x is equal to 5. Now, the key things I want us to find out, or rather the key thing I want us to discover in this equation, is that we have only one unknown variable. Alright, just one thing in the equation that we don't know the value, and actually that's why we are solving the equation, so we can find the value of x that makes the equation true. And of course, you know that 2 plus 3 should give us 5, but in order to solve that, we make s the subject of the formula, and then we have 5. The positive 2 crossing the equality sign becomes negative, and that's how we have 5 minus 2, and then x is equal to 3 as our final solution. Now, this is a very simple linear equation, but today we are going to discuss simultaneous equations. Now, a simultaneous equation is when two linear equations are occurring at the same time. Right, when we have two linear equations at the same time, that's even the word simultaneous. All right, simultaneous as an English word simply means two events happening at the same time. Example, we might have let's say the president of any country might be giving a speech, all right, and the speech is being broadcasted on the TV and on the radio at the same time. That's an example of what we say simultaneous. So let's say we have a simultaneous equation as this. Let's start with a very easy one there: x plus y equal to 5, and then x minus y equal to 1 minus 1, for instance. Now, this is a simultaneous equation, and the key thing I want us to also notice in this equation is that we have two unknown variables, x and y, alright, and they exist in both of the equations. Alright, for better understanding, we can call this equation 1 and we can call this equation 2. Now, if you notice, there are three methods of solving simultaneous equations, but in this video we are going to be limiting to the elimination method. The other two methods are, you have the substitution method and then the graphical method. In subsequent videos we are going to discuss the other methods, but for this video we are going to keep it up to the elimination method. Now, there are only two key steps in solving simultaneous equations using the elimination method. The first step is for you to identify, or rather let me say three methods. Okay, the first method is for you to identify which of the unknown variables or algebraic term you want to eliminate first, right? Because elimination method simply means trying to do away with one of the unknown variables, so you're left with only one variable, and then you can solve it like this linear equation that we just solved. That was my purpose of solving the linear equation in the first place. Now, you notice that when you now decide on the unknown variable you want to eliminate, the next step is for you to now check if the coefficients of the unknown variables in the both equations, that's equation 1 and 2, are the same. Now, for those that don't know what I mean by coefficient, let me just do that quickly. Let's say we have 2x, we have 2s squared, and then we have, okay, let me use another number now, minus 5s cubed, for instance. Now, coefficient is the number that is multiplying the algebraic term. So in this first case, the coefficient of x there is 2, the coefficient of s squared here is also 2, the coefficient of s cubed here is negative 5. So 2, 2 and negative 5 are the coefficients of these algebraic terms that I just wrote out now. So with that in mind, let's go back to our equation. Now you notice that the coefficients of the algebraic term, which in this case, let's say y and x are alike because both coefficients are the same and they are unity. Unity simply means 1. Whenever you don't see any number multiplying the algebraic term, simply means it's 1, because 1 times anything is still that same number. Alright, now we have gone through that step. The next step is now to determine whether you're going to add or subtract the equation. Now, when do you add? I'm going to give you a simple secret for that. Whenever the sign of the two Whenever the sign of the algebraic term in the two equations you wish to eliminate are the same, you subtract. Right, so you can put it down somewhere in your notes. Signs the same, you subtract. Not the same, you add. All right, so when the signs are the same, you subtract. When the signs are not the same, you are going to add. So first of all, let's eliminate x. Now you notice that the sign for x here is positive and the sign for x here is positive, so we are going to subtract so that they are going to cancel out, and that's what it means to eliminate. So x minus x is going to cancel out, and then we have, now let me spell this out very well. This is positive 5, that's this one, all right, minus this minus sign, we have minus, then this minus y again, minus y. All right, minus times minus will eventually give you plus, and then you have y plus y, and that's how you're going to get 2y. So you see that this is going to give us 2y. Then the same thing there, 5 minus minus 1 is going to give you plus, and then you have 5 plus 1, and that's how you're going to get 6. Please, and when you're solving simultaneous equation using the elimination method, you need to be very, very careful with your signs, because any mistake with the signs, you're going to have a wrong answer. So that's how we have, oh sorry for that, that's how we have 6 there. And then to get y, we're going to make it the subject of the formula, and y is going to be 6 divided by 2, and y is going to be 3. So that's how to solve a simultaneous equation using the elimination method. That's very simple. So let's use elimination method and solve for x also. So let's write it out again. X plus y is equal to 5. We have x minus y is equal to minus 1. This time around we're eliminating y and the coefficients are the same, so let's determine whether we're going to add or subtract. Now the sign here is positive and the sign here is negative, they are not the same, so we are going to add the equations, and that's how we are going to eliminate it. Now x plus s is going to give us 2x. Now to spell this out correctly, you have positive y, which is this one, right, plus minus y. Plus minus is going to give us minus, so y minus y is going to give us 0. So that's how y is eventually going to cancel each other, and then this is going to be equal to, this will give you 5 plus minus 1, plus minus is minus, 5 minus 1 is also equal to 4, and then 2x is equal to 4. So let's do away with this. Alright, so if we have 2x equal to 4, that means x is going to be equal to 4 divided by 2, and x will be equal to 2. So finally we have our y equal to 3, and then we have our x, let me just try to color code that, equal to 2. And this is the answer to the simultaneous equation. Now just for information, in case you want to check for your answers, because when you solve any simultaneous equations or simultaneous equation as the case may be, you must make sure that the answers you get must satisfy both equations at the same time. So let's quickly do that. We are going to replace the answers we have gotten so far into the original problem and see if we are going to get the same solutions. So let's do that. X, now the value of x is 2. Okay, we use red for x. X is 2, all right, plus we have y as 3, and it should give us 5. 2 plus 3 is 5, and that shows that is correct. So let's check for the next equation. We have that 2, that's minus 2 minus 3 should give us negative 1. 2 minus 3 is negative 1, and that is correct. So this is just a way to check if what you solved is correct, and then we are good to go. So thank you for joining me so far in this video. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do where to do that, and then you can always drop a comment in the comment section if you have any question, or if there are other questions that are not from the topic that I just treated, I can go through the comment sections and do a video on that. All right, God bless you.